I was working as a PSA on 9CD at the Austin Hospital, which is a cardiac recovery ward. I was just walking up the corridor and I felt like a butterfly sort of feeling come across my chest.
Within probably an hour of that, the doctors were telling me to bring the children down to say goodbye to their father, and I had to sign for a 16-hour operation to save his life.
I had an aneurysm of my subclavian arch and I lost both my kidneys due to lack of blood.
From that day, it was a month and a half of James in ICU with me on a regular basis signing for procedures.
You always think you're invincible. And I was healthy. I might have been a little bit overweight and so forth, but me and my wife never discussed future health plans or problems I might have had and how it would affect me and her and the family. That was never brought up, never.
I was thrown right in the deep end. We'd never ever talked about any of the things in regards to that ever coming up. So I found it just overwhelming to look at how he was and then also to have to decide on what I thought was the right thing. And I still think now that I was very selfish and I did what I wanted done, and that was for him to be brought home, and so I pretty much signed for everything to be done that I thought would get us to that.
At the very start of it, when I first started, when I read the form, I didn't quite understand exactly what I had to do. So she was a great help, and she explained it to me, and I felt it was important then because I realised what I'd gone through, and I realised what I'd put my family through, and especially Andrea, my wife, through.
My perspective of James in ICU, I found it just terrifying, and so my opinion was totally different to James about what I'd want done if I was in that position. So yeah, we had huge differences of an opinion, but I mean, it wasn't about me, it was about James. So and I was happy with what he chose for himself.
This way I can have my choice. It's my decisions if it happens again. And it quite well could happen again because I still have a dissected aorta. It's still dissected. So, I mean, it could happen any time, and the doctors have told me that. So if it happens again, well then it's all there in black and white, what I want.